That being said, ladies and gentlemen, now he's here to do his thing. Mark Holmes, Cowboy Joe Boo. What's happening with you, Mark?
You know, first things, let's start out with Joe. We needs a refill, man. I think I
Texas
I know
Silver
the answer.
Star.
See, you asked all the right questions to Tony, except for one.
What's
What
that?
I wanted to know is, for all of our Eagle fans that are out there, what is it like to go ahead and win one of those rings, man? For the city, for the player,
Oh.
and everything else.
Oh, my homeboy Visual Poetic said, "What about the Browns, dude? For real, the Browns? You got
Come on, man.
RG3 as a
Yeah.
quarterback. Come on
I'm just
now."
hoping that RG's making it around long enough for us to play against them.
Oh, what on?
Listen, don't quarterbacks go to the Browns to die?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I would say, two places that you don't want to be a quarterback is in Washington
And
and
Cleveland.
Cleveland
Yep. Mine too.
in Oakland. I mean, that's pretty bad.
So
He's had some good moments of this preseason, but again, it's just preseason.
I
But
have
some other interesting news. The Broncos
oh
are interested in
real.
trading Butterfield to us.
Hey, Mark, real quick, I got a question for you. I know you in your spiel.
Yeah.
Somebody said in your email, Dak looks good in preseason, but as we know, they're running generic defenses to generic offenses. I don't think he'll be as successful when the regular season comes around. Yeah, what do you think?
Well, let's look at it this way. He's had perfect games. I don't think anybody's going to have perfect games all the way around. However, what I will point out is this. When you can go out and play at a high level as opposed to where everybody else is playing down here, yes, you may step back. Think about where these guys are stepping back. Okay? He's already got, the good old Des Bryant connecting this stuff, making that back shoulder fade. He's already learned about, running out, looking from the floor, being able to keep his eyes downfield. These are instincts that you have that are already there.
Right.
Take a look at some of these other guys that are out there that look like a deer caught in a headlight.
Big
Headlights. Where they're looking around and they're trying to make a read. He's making all the reads. He's making all the throws. Sure, he will take some steps back, but again, he's in the perfect situation of having that offensive line that's going to give him plenty of time. He's got a great running game to go to. He's got a security blanket in Jason Witten. There's not a spot on that offense that is a weakness.
I agree. Now, let's flip the script. You heard what
Mhm.
Tony said. Without as many absences of people that we were supposed to count on, Mo Claiborne looked a little like old Mo Claiborne last game. Then,
Again, you're going to have good games and bad games, but look at it this way. He's made it through a whole training camp. That's something he's never had, is that off-season work. And, you can look at Darrell Green. Darrell Green had some plays where, he got burned. It's the nature of the NFL. But the question is, can he make enough of those positive plays, get a few turnovers and things, and make a difference? And I think he will.
all right, well, go ahead with your spiel because I know you want to talk about the man, the Dak attack.
Well, like I said, I think Dak is going to be the real deal. The bigger question to me is it time for Tony Romo to retire?
Nikki
And I
asked that.
start looking,
Nikki said
when
that
I start
earlier.
looking at the hits that he's been taking and the punishment, take Brad Johnson, for example. Brad Johnson retired after 17 years. He got to the point where he only had about 9% gripping in his hand from nerve damage in his neck. And at 44 years of age, a few years ago, his son actually looked at him and said, "Dad, Grandpa comes down the steps better than you." He
Wow.
has a hard time physically just getting out of the bed and making it downstairs. So you have to wonder, with Tony Romo taking all these hits, and if he does come back this season, they're talking about having him have to take an epidural before he can play. And if you don't know what that is,
Yeah.
ladies, if
Ladies
you've had a
know.
baby, they put a needle in your spine to numb the pain. The procedure itself is dangerous. And the reason, if you've never played football, the reason why you have pain is basically it's your body saying, "Hey, stupid, you're
Stop.
hurting. Stop doing what you're doing." Okay? So, when you keep taking these hits over and over, he's going to end up being a cripple. Now, Tony Romo, don't get me wrong, because I got a lot of people that are ready to cuss me out about this. But Tony Romo, you are a fantastic quarterback. Forget about all the haters and everything out there. You have done above and beyond what was expected of a guy who wasn't even drafted.
Right.
When you look at somebody like Gale Sayers was incredible, and I'm dating myself. But Gale Sayers, you gave him 8 inches of daylight.
He was
He was
gone.
gone. But he had a short career because of his knees. Bo Jackson, another one. But these are still guys that are revered in the NFL, and he will eventually get his credit down the road. And the way you know about that is when we didn't have him last year, you realize how crappy the Dallas Cowboys were without a good quarterback.
Right. Well, Mark, tell folks how to get
One other
in.
thing,
Oh, go
one
ahead.
other
Go
thing
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. where I told you where we need some help and stuff on the defensive line. The Rams, who are pretty much stocked as far as the defensive line goes, just released Quentin Copeland. Now, I've met him and worked with him. I think he would actually be a very good addition to the Dallas Cowboys. They were trying to make him a defensive tackle, but he's really a defensive end. And he's the type of guy that Rod Martinelli could take and coach up and get a lot out of him. And I think he would be a good, affordable addition to the Dallas Cowboys defense.
Now I do like. Did they release that cat suit? Seau, Junior Seau's nephew, because he looks real good.
Not yet. Not that I've heard. Now they could have recently since we've been on the show, but he has not been released yet.
Okay. Well, Mark, first off, I want to apologize for the technical difficulties, man. I know you really wanted to do that interview and everything, but we would get it fixed. And just want to say thank you, and I apologize, dog.
All right, not a problem, man. Shit happens.
All right, well, tell folks how to get in contact with you, bro.
Well, definitely every Monday night here on the Benet Embry Show, and definitely check out my YouTube channel, Mark Holmes, because I've got some great videos and stuff where I'll break down a lot of things that the Cowboys are doing and give you at least my opinion on what the Cowboys are doing.
Which is 99% right.
I'm better than the clowns at ESPN. I'll say that much.
Dig that.
And of course, they can check out my blog, WordPress.com, Cowboy Jobu.
All right, Mark. Same time next week, bro.
Yeah, we didn't
Good,
even ask him about college.
Oh, one quick thing on that. Here's the great thing about being American, and that you guys fought so that we have the rights to be able to sit down and say,
Exactly.
what, I don't like what's going on. Now, whether or not you agree with him, we all should have the right to do and say what we want to do.
Exactly.
Because that's in the Constitution.
Dig that.
Even if you don't agree with it, he's doing what we are free to do.
Dig
Having a
that.
bit.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, man. I sure do appreciate you, homie.
All right, man. See you next week.